What is going on, everyone? Anthony back here again, and today we are taking a look at the Resident Evil Infinite Darkness Blu-ray release by Sony Pictures. So this is a show that's been out for a few months now, actually since the summer, so about a half a year at this point, and it's finally getting a release on Blu-ray. Well, this came out in December, but I'm just getting around to doing a video on it. And so there's a podcast that is out there that you can listen to where we talked about the episodes. We enjoyed it. We praised it. I don't want to say praised it. I liked it. But, if you want to kind of have more of like an in-depth review, listen to that podcast. But I'll kind of give you my updated opinion in a shorter bite-sized version in this video. But we're really going to focus on the Blu-ray release itself, what is on the Blu-ray, how the transfer looks, and stuff like that. So I did rewatch the whole series. It's very fast. It's very easy to get through. It's not very long at all. In fact, I hope we get more seasons. Who knows? Like, this is considered season 1, but it's not really. It's just Infinite Darkness, so they can easily end it. That's where a lot of my problems come with this, is rewatching it, is a lot of the stuff that I felt like was kind of left on the table, and for Capcom to not go back, especially in a show format that they haven't done with Resident Evil before, and make it really like wonky, and the pacing was very odd. I really wasn't a fan of it. I actually liked it less the second time viewing this series. It's definitely my least favorite animated series, or out of the movies. So there's movies, and then there's the series, right? So Degeneration is still my favorite, but with Leon, of course, working for President Graham and working in the White House gets hacked. The infection starts again. Claire's working for TerraSave. She finds out some information about an infection that went on through a painting and everything, and then everything starts to hit the fan. And it's just like the transfer, the Blu-ray itself, while it's still in 1080p, upscaled on my TV through my Sony 4K player, it looks good. The animation is probably the best thing about Resident Evil Infinite Darkness and the previous animated films, because regardless of how you felt about the films, if you felt like they were too action, too cheesy, they always looked really good. Some of the character models could be, questionable, like how Chris looks in Vendetta or stuff like that, but there's there's still more of like a polish to it that I really enjoyed. The one thing that I was disappointed, though, when I was watching this transfer on my 4K TV and my 4K player, was why the hell they didn't put this out in 4K in addition to Blu-ray. Even with their last release, Resident Evil Vendetta, that came out years ago, they still put that out on 4K and Blu-ray at the same time. And from what I understand, the CGI animation is in 4K, so I really don't understand why they didn't put this out in 4K right away. It's very odd of Sony to do that. Maybe they're doing it later. I mean, I'll pick it up, but definitely for a price drop, because for the price you pay for the Blu-ray, it doesn't even come with a digital copy, and the only thing you get that's meat on the bone is the making of Infinite Darkness, which is cool. They show, the animation, they show the motion capture. That stuff's cool. I always like behind the scenes stuff, but to spend like $20 on a Blu-ray that doesn't have a digital copy, this thing should have been like, 12 to 15 bucks in my opinion. It's not a very long series. And again, there's a lot of inconsistencies in the writing and the characters. And, I felt like when we did the review originally, maybe we were longing to get back to these characters. Maybe that's why we gave it more praise. But rewatching it, man, this thing doesn't really do it for me. It's okay at best. Okay at best is what I would say. And I really wish we got more on this Blu-ray release, man. Like, even more features would have been nice. Maybe a commentary by one of the actors or something. They could have got something else to put this out, because other than that, there's not really a reason why I can't just turn on my Netflix and watch it. Now, of course, having the disc is good, because when you have the disc, it is the best quality when you're watching movies. You don't run into any bitrate shortages or any drop in quality, but I still really wish that they had a 4K release of Infinite Darkness. Now, whether or not they continue this series, would I be, looking forward to actually checking it out and watching it? Obviously, yeah. Like, I want to see where it goes. I want to see where that little argument and disagreement with Leon and Claire kind of, where does that continue, But it's also going to piss me off if we don't get to see that continue, because they made it seem like, oh, it's a series and then it's season 1, but there might not be a season 2, and they haven't said anything. So I think it's I just don't like that, because we've gotten that in Capcom's writing in the past in other video games and other movies. So I really just don't want to see that repeated. I at least would want to see it improve. Maybe it takes a season or so to kind of get off the ground and then to figure out what you want to do. It's not like I'm not going to give anything the benefit of the doubt. I'm just kind of pointing out that when I rewatched it for this Blu-ray review and to review this copy, I was like, this definitely, I like it less the second time now. But the transfer looks good. I mean, that's the best thing I could say about the Blu-ray. The documentary is, it's there. It's at least a half hour, so, you get some kind of difference with your money on this physical release. But where's the 4K? Where's the 4K Steelbook? There's a lot of things that I wish they put out if you're going to put out a home release of this. Being Resident Evil fans that are buying your stuff, buying your content, you should make a little bit more of a special initiative to check it out. I mean, Christ, even the Welcome to Raccoon City has a Steelbook. And it's not like that's saying much, right? But you get what I'm saying. Like, you could have had a Steelbook that could have matched my Vendetta Steelbook. That would have been nice. But, I would say just wait for a price drop. Wait until it's like $10, or less. This thing will drop in price eventually. Just give it time. If you have it on Netflix, just watch it on Netflix. Most people won't even notice the quality differences. And I'm pretty sure that the documentary might end up on YouTube. Most of them do. Like, not even illegally. Like, they just get uploaded by official Capcom, or the team itself uploads it. So, like, that stuff happens all the time. Of course, they're not going to do that right away because it just came out. But you get what I'm saying. You're not really missing much with this release. So that's all I wanted to say with Infinite Darkness, and that is my little updated opinion on Infinite Darkness. Let me know what you think of Infinite Darkness and the Blu-ray release down below. Do you wish there was a 4K of this or some more features? And don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me, and we'll catch everyone in the next one. A big shout out to everyone that supports us on Patreon. With starting at just $1 a month, you get access to exclusive polls to vote on channel content, and with $5 and up, you get exclusive Patreon podcasts, live streams, and much more. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll catch you in the next one.